Yep. Yep. Rap.
Plug this in.
Remix.
Do. Mike Bond. Mike Bond sent a special record today. Hey, looks like we're on Reddit already. Reddit already. Taps Music channel on Reddit. Can you guys hear the music? Let's see. Sending my ads out here. For the team! Hell Goldie. 10 minutes late. Sar Brawny. Barkin. QTNT. Johnny. Mr. Stars. Mr. Kui. Dromer. Hey Dromers. George. Double George. George squared. What's up, guys? Can you hear the music? Is it good or bad? Just asking for a friend. Let's see. Oh, loud and clear. Well, that's interesting. It's just coming out of the speakers on a laptop. So, is it, Pablo? Is it as good quality as when we play it through an audio card, though? I guess that was no. Okay, so it sounds like red.
Remix.
The Kramer saw. Oh yeah. Hess, Raquel, Nick. There he is. Says Hess. George, I am Hess. Yes. Oh, Lorne, we'll send that invite to the Pad of Mans. George,
What's up?
howdy doody.
Howdy doody, brother. What's cracking? You good?
Yeah, what do you know? What do you say?
What do I know? You know, I say a lot of shit, but, you know, I know some stuff. Wait! I know there's a mustache. Where's the mustache?
I trimmed her down today. Cut the grass.
Wow. Wow.
Is that
All
okay?
right.
Did I?
No. Just wondering, any particular reason? You like change.
Yeah,
Change
just to
suits
clean
you.
it up. Yeah, just to refresh.
Yeah. It felt good. Like, when I shaved a couple weeks ago, I was like, wow, I had this scrubble going for a very long time. Jesus. Mike
And then
Bond,
when
what's
you
up,
cut it, it's better for the
Pablo?
roots, isn't it?
What's that?
I heard it's better for the whole situation if you cut it once in a while.
Yeah, it's good to, like, trim it up, man. Clean it up once in a while.
Nick,
Um,
the one and only Nick
Yo,
Dietrich,
Mr. Fries.
Mr.
I'm
Fries, the green fries.
The green fries, yes.
What's going on?
Yeah,
I'm going
thank
to
you to
adjust
Reach.
my mic volume here a little bit. It's going to get a little loud. Hold on.
Yeah, reach.me if you're watching. And this is a new thing where we all get our own reach addy above us.
It's gotta be.
Oh, I just saw that.
Holy crap. Yeah, Hess, you are loud.
Yeah. Do I need to trim it like Austin's mustache, or?
Maybe.
All right, is this mic too hot now? We good?
A little hot
It's definitely
still.
little. It's a little hot, but not as bad as
All
it
right.
was.
I'm gonna pull this back here. Sometimes loopback is weird, like that automatic volume adjustment thing that it does. That is.
Can I say that I deleted it?
Loopback?
Yeah, because the Apollo does the same thing, really, just better.
What's Apollo?
Oh, it's the Universal Audio external Thunderbolt card, audio card.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah.
I figured, like, why do I have two of these? But I know it's useful to Nick because he's.
Well, it's mainly for these sound effects
Oh, I see. Cool.
Right.
to celebrate you, Austin.
Yeah,
All
Right,
these
exactly.
yeah, right.
Exactly. Hey, if you're just joining us, this is Dope or Nope. I think Raquel's going to be fashionably late today. And where's Lauren? Is he bouncing
Lauren's in
around
the
somewhere?
building, folks. He's making his way to the stage.
It's a
Lorne,
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
What do we know?
Whoa,
What do we
there,
know?
there he
Mr.
is.
Arrowhead again.
Look at that hair. Big Blondie stepping into the room here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I can just do this to your head a little bit. And it just boop. Lauren
I will say
Padman
it's
in the
better than
house.
a fat face, Lauren. Like
That's a good point.
What's that, Austin?
If you were like stretched, yeah.
The other way. The other way would be
Yeah,
worse.
I know.
I agree.
it's
Shout out to
like a
some of the.
stretch.
Yeah, that's
This is
an excellent demonstration. Well, Lauren's chippy chopping away there. In the meantime, let's see, a couple shout outs. Rimnez, Ash, what's up? Thanks for coming by. As always, DJ Mike Bond, Bianca. Where are we at? I saw some other comments.
Mike Bond's got a record for Lauren today.
Does he?
It's a banger.
Does he?
May I say, it's reminiscent of Chainsmokers' Kanye
Okay.
in a way. You'll have to figure
And
that
he's here,
out.
by the way. I think he's in China, right? So he's whatever
Yeah.
hour that is. Got to be a little bit painful. Barking Music, what's up?
Shout out to Mike Bond, by the way. I realize it is the same Mike Bond. Worked with indirectly through Fat Man Scoop on a record together with him.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Right. But now from China.
Now from China.
Not from China. I meant to ask him what he's doing. Soul Sounds, what's up, man? So here we are. The illustrious panel of Lauren Padman, Vice President of Dimmock Records, Austin Kramer from One World Radio, Tomorrowland, and Unreleased, Nick Dietrich from Disco Fries, Liftoff, soon to be Music, I think. And we'll introduce Raquel when she pops on. And this is done every Thursday at 3 p.m. EST. We play the best demos you've probably ever heard.
okay. All right.
Come on.
The best, Jerry, the best.
The best.
Okay. All right.
The best. So
Well, the best part is that we don't know what we're going to listen to.
we have no idea. I'm playing a little DJ Ray in the background. That's the only thing I do know.
Very good.
Shall we start off with, or hold on, I should sign in before it starts getting weird on SoundCloud over here. Thank you. Should we start off with a demo?
Yeah.
Is it time?
Obviously, Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Please.
So this is Crooks and Candles by Radio Dave, right here on Dope or Nope. That's Radio Dave, Crooks and Candles.
I'll take a stab at this one. When it started, I was about to interrupt you and say demo of the day. I really, really love the bass line, the beats. That was really cool and felt really aggressive and also got a bit of funk in it as well. Very cool. And then when the vocal came in, I'm like, oh, well, hello there. And the vocal felt a little bit like it felt, I don't know, it felt like is it corny or is it cool? And it's sitting right on the borderline for me. I couldn't quite figure out whether it was corny or cool. And Nick, you might be able to speak to this. But then the rest of it was pretty good. The looped up vocal trick was kind of a little bit, played out, let's say. And then this high lead melody that you just faded out at the end there felt like that wasn't completely glued in. It was a good layer, but might need more layers to make that work. But I really did, really, and still do like the bottom end of the song, the funkiness, the bass line, the beats, all of that felt pretty good. It's just everything on top, I think, could be tweaked slightly. Nick.
Well said. Well said. I think for me, it was that, number one, it has like a cool Dada Life vibe. That's what it reminds me of.
Right. That's it.
I couldn't put my finger on it, but that's definitely what it is.
Yeah,
I agree. Right. Like the lead in the drop is the thing that I feel like needs the most work. If you're going in that direction, it's got to be like really unique, pretty tight, and almost married to that bass line because it's mimicking it in a way.
Yeah.
So they should almost feel like synonymous with each other.
Right.
So
good point.
Shout out to Morton, by the way, who's watching.
Hey, what's up, Morton?
No way. What's up, Morton? Thanks for stopping by.
Nice work,
is this...
as always. That was Radio Dave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the production was there. I just felt like we get to a lot of times where it's the elements. There's pieces in there that are just like, oh yes, and then it's the vocals I'm struggling with. My first track with original lyrics and vocals. Radio Dave. Oh, I need some finish my track support. Wow.
We have helped Dave on a couple. We've helped Dave on a couple things, and I'm excited for him. He's got a lot coming, and he's like, we've seen him progress over the last year and a half on our live stream and now here. It's really cool when you see these artists like make that transition into having just ideas to like, oh, they're making real records now, and I love that part of this whole experience.
And that was a whole 9 minutes, by the way, before your finish my track was mentioned.
And it wasn't us, right? It wasn't any of us.
I didn't have to do it this time. All right, you ready?
But Austin, I must ask you a question. Where is said mustache?
Shaved or clean off?
God dang it.
Language.
Well,
this is a family-oriented show, Lauren.
I understand, but he's also loves your mustache too. He was helpful. he wanted you to have it.
Well, I was telling Hess, I think if you cut it once in a while, it cleans the whole palette, so we can restart and make an even stronger station.
All right.
That's how it works.
What did you think of that tune that we just listened to?
I was gonna say it was like Wolfgang-y on that top line, and that was probably my favorite part. Is just that where the the top melody came in. It's pretty cool. Cool
Oh,
sound.
really? You like the top melody, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I do. I know it's simple,
Cool.
but sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not like the melody, and I think the sound that was in there was good. I just thought it was a little bit by itself. That's all. So my advice would just be find another layer to maybe layer it, and then go back to Nick's advice and see if it glues in with the bass line a bit better.
I agree. I like the melody. I think the melody's there. It's all mixed. By the
Yeah.
way, we got some folks watching on Reddit. New Condition 5757. Can I have everyone's name, artist name, so they can write it down to begin their exploration? Well, it is right here, thanks to this new feature on Reach.
Yeah, check it out. I am
And-
Hess,
Oh,
Lauren Padman, right above
Yeah.
your head.
Look at that. Yeah, only if I
Usually
get my hair
nothing
in one,
gets
otherwise you can't see
usually
it.
nothing gets over Lauren's hair, but this actually works.
And to new _condition 5757 from Reddit on the Haps channel. Also, you can find a full track list of all the demo artists that we play each week, and you can
yeah.
find that on Spotify just search
That's
Dope or
right.
No podcast.
Absolutely. Follow Austin Kramer too while you're over there because he's got a couple other really good things happening. Also, submitting music. I saw one of those go by. It's dopeornopemusic.com. So you can send some stuff over there. We have a considerably long list of stuff, so let's get cracking. This is Hoax, Would I Lie, Slap House in parentheses, and this is Dope or Nope.
I hid my heart behind the bedroom door, but now it's open, I can do no more. Oh, look into my eyes, can't you see them open wide? Would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you? Oh yeah, don't you know it's true? Girl, there's no one else but you. Would I lie to you, baby? Yeah. Would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you? Oh yeah. Would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you? Oh yeah. Everybody's got their history. On every day, a mystery. You can read my diary, you're in every line. A jealous mind is never satisfied.
This breakdown is too long.
What was that?
This breakdown is too long.
Yeah,
Oh, I was ready for more guitars.
I know. Had
Yeah,
some really
of
good
course you would.
elements. Again, there's this
Yeah.
that section in here where it's just like chugging along
Yeah, good bass line.
when he's in the hook,
Um,
right?
Yeah, I like the new chopped up melody in the drop. It was really nice. Yeah, it's good. It's good for a cover. Very nice.
I do like that plucky little like kind of odd bird sound in there. That's it's nice. You don't often hear that type of sound in these records either, so it's cool.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So that was Hoax, Would I Lie to You? Next up is Noish, Devil in Me. And we're going to switch over to a little bit of Dropbox, so it takes me a few moves here, and here we go. This is Dope or Nope, and you're listening to 1 hour of electronic demos.
Noise.
Noish.
I hope Austin takes this one first. Just based on his moves.
Austin's
No.
gaming again.
Well, too slow for me. Like, it's perfect timing though with all the things DJ Snake is posting about.
Yeah. Well, didn't
I'll say
it?
that.
Is this new one out yet? I mean, I think there's one just came out, or is it about to?
If it's not, then it's the most promo I've seen for a single in a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I think a new one got added to Diplo's channel this week. What's up, Adam Scott?
Hey, he just
You're
got
funny.
signed to Armada. I saw on his IG.
Yeah.
He's like,
Is that a
"Yes, take my
full?
whole life?"
All right. So, what do you think? Anyone else want to take a stab at that? That's a pass for me.
This is one of those that it's got some cool ideas. It's got a cool vibe. The sound needs to change. Like the programming isn't bad in spots, but too repetitive. The sound needs to change up and go to another, bounce it off of something else. And the percussion needs to be much more up front and drive it home a little bit more. That's about it from my end.
That's a good one. I like that. Anything, Lauren, from you?
It's 105 beats per minute, and I wonder if it would be better if it was an extra 5 BPM faster.
Agreed.
Whether that would give it a little bit more propulsion and make you think about what other kind of elements that you could add in there that would make it groove more. I don't know, maybe it's just too slow and there's enough in there as it is, and if it was faster it would be fine and it doesn't need anything else added to it. I don't know, it just sort of felt like it was meandering a little bit too much, and it felt like an instrumental that needed something else.
Meandering.
I can't imagine people going, "Oh my god, have you heard that new song? You have to listen to it." I don't quite know.
Yeah.
Therefore, where it fits, and maybe it fits as a soundtrack, or maybe it fits as a beat that goes to a hip hop artist or an R&B artist, and then it could be perfectly fine.
Right.
So I'm not sure.
Sometimes I think when the tempo's that low, you really need there should be maybe a little complexity. You know, when in that sort of in that style, like you don't necessarily need it in hip hop or some of the other like a reggae record or stuff like that. Like they have their own like this thing that chugs along. This one kind of sat. It was a little flat for me.
Yeah,
Right.
I saw someone wrote on Instagram emergency loop, and it kind of felt a little bit like it was not going anywhere. You know, you've heard the first 30 seconds to a minute, you've probably heard the whole song, which is also problematic for a journey.
Right.
Is there a vocal on it? Because if
No.
not, then I'd say that
I
would
don't think so.
probably help for me.
Right.
A verse where it breaks down or something.
Yeah.
Make it more interesting.
Right. Another layer. Yeah, we're still taking demos. DoperNoteMusic.com. We're gonna do our best to get through this list pretty fast. So let's hammer through one. This is Pex L, and he has a whole list, but I'm gonna just randomly choose this one that says "Do It." And this is Dope or Nope. 1 hour and change of electronic demos. called Do It.
I don't mind it. Kind of
Yeah.
nice.
I'm kind of
I
digging
like that a
myself.
lot.
Drop was cool
Kind
too.
of digging it. Oh,
That was a good one to pop on with. I was
Hi.
like, ooh,
whoa.
this.
Entrance
Hello.
music.
Raquel Goldie sitting at top right there. This is
Hello,
Raquel Goldie
everyone.
everywhere, and everyone.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Everywhere,
Literally
too.
everywhere. Thanks for joining us today and coming by. As always, love to have you here and your perspective. Raquel Goldie is, what shall we say? Well, besides being a host on Vinny's Vibes on Pitbull Channel on Sirius XM Friday at 10 a.m., you get to listen to her tomorrow. Don't forget to do that. She's
Oh,
also
yeah.
an aficionado of K-pop, and if there's something you're trying to figure out on social media, DM her. She'll help you out.
Yes.
I would say that pretty much covers it. And if
That
you're
was
just
good. Good
joining
job.
us, yeah, thank you. After a year and a half, I'm getting used to it. If you're just joining us, Austin Kramer from One World Radio, Tomorrowland, and of course Unreleased. Don't forget to follow his playlist on Spotify. And if you're not following him on Instagram, it's pretty fucking funny. Oops, sorry.
Thanks, George.
He's pretty silly. Nick Dietrich from the Disco Fries, finishmytrack.com, and Liftoff Recordings. Lauren Padman, Vice President of Dimmock Records, and all-around tall hair guy.
Tall hair guy. Oh my god. All right, I'll take it. It's fine.
All
Guys,
around.
I had an interesting dream about all of you last night, and I think it was just based on me
no.
looking at the flyer for this event. Don't worry, it's family friendly.
Okay.
So you guys were all renting a house that I have, and Raquel had drawn like these massive pieces of artwork, like these. I'm talking like the size of a house, like banners. It was like super dope murals, and hung them on the house in this otherwise like normal suburban neighborhood. And so I got in a fight with like the rest of the homeowners because they reported me and you guys for this house and you doing this, Raquel.
Super
And I
cool.
said, listen, I have a live stream with these guys, and
It's marketing.
you're screwing up the program for me. And then I woke up, but I was mid-fight with the neighbors, so I'm really hoping. It was one of those dreams. I hope it continues tonight, and I'll let you know next week what happens.
Right.
I'm sorry I caused this fight, but the marketing.
I want to get to
even
the
in
rest
your
of that
dreams,
myself. Yeah.
We
Do
did.
you
I did a good
do you
job.
do artwork?
I mean, I can like draw and stuff, but not to that extent.
Really? You can't do like life-size, house-size murals?
I mean, maybe if I tried, you never know.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. It's to be continued.
Well, maybe
Okay.
in the dream
Let me
it's
know.
like opposite world where it's like that Seinfeld episode where all the characters are just somebody different, but they had the same role. So
Right.
maybe we call your dream world corny or cool.
Or maybe we just call it Dick Nitri World.
I like that too.
I think that's where that's going to leave. I'm going to leave that there.
All right.
Next demo up,
Keep it
this
moving.
is The Duchess, and this is called Like That, right here on Dope or Nope.
Tell me that you like that. I can give it right
That's a dope
Great.
for me.
Ooh, I like that a lot. Dope.
Yeah.
Dope, dope.
Dope.
What do you like about it?
Any
Raquel?
what do you like the most about
I feel.
it? Yeah.
I mean, the drop was super cool. I feel like after being at all these music festivals the past 2 months, hearing this kind of stuff, I'm like, okay. And I never used to be into it before.
Yeah.
It's expanded my horizons.
Very nice.
Because you know, I'm normally like the emo, like frolicking EDM.
Right,
girl.
right. Yeah, this is a pretty tough record for you to like, I think.
What do you think,
I know,
Austin?
I like it a lot.
Halftime banger. Let's go. I love the bass.
Very nice.
I'm all about that bass.
Yeah.
About that bass. About that bass.
About that bass is right.
DJ Wooks on Twitch had some good feedback. Love the atmosphere, but I would do more with ambient shots and a lot of reverb and delay on that one. Vox is nice. It's a thick drop and a nasty one. As soon as the drop hit, Hess's video quality got low.
Yeah. That's funny. It took up all the bandwidth from Hess's
Sucked every
system.
thing for you.
Aside from a good electronic record, that's a perfect sync record for film. So
Yeah.
pursue that angle.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
that's the Duchess, spelled how you think it should be. Like That is the track. This next one is Rivera, and this is just called Older. Here we go.
All right.
That my future is not as bad as it seems. And I swear I will be patient, they told me. But I know that people always prejudiced. So my dad can silence me just like a kid. Older, older. I feel I'm getting older, older. I feel I'm getting older.
Nice.
The Medusa vibes are real.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
really
like
nice.
we always talk about too, not necessarily loving all the vocals on these, and I really like this vocal.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Do we
definitely
know
a
if this
phonetic
is-
singer, I think.
Is this a actual original vocal?
Yeah.
Do we know?
Hard to tell.
Where's Todd
No.
Stuckey?
Right.
Yeah.
He's got all that down. I mean, definitely singing phonetically. Like if you really listen to like that first verse, I was like, oh, okay.
Turn it up a bit
Not-
here, Hess.
Yeah. Hold on.
'Cause I still keep hoping that my future is not as bad as it seems. And I swear I will be patient, they told me. But I know that people always prejudiced. Still my dad can silence me just like a kid. Older, older.
Yeah, right. Cool.
I feel I'm getting older.
I feel it's a very I feel like it's a very full song. It's like the first thing that has felt like it's got a full double verse chorus kind
Right.
of thing, bridge break. But it didn't feel specifically pop in its delivery structure. Fine, but maybe yeah. But the structure is pop structure, therefore it feels familiar and nice, and you kind of get what you expect when you expect it in terms of the arrangement. But I thought that the lyrics and melody weren't trying to be pop-tastic. They weren't trying to be cheesy. It kind of felt accessible whilst still being kind of indie cool, and that's why it was giving you Medusa vibes, perhaps, Raquel.
Right.
And I think that it would be also a good sync record too. because the hook is loopy and memorable and repetitive. So yeah, it was kind of nice. There's a couple of background sounds that are actually really good and probably should come up a little bit more in the mix to create more of a lead, because really it's just a vocal with a drone bass and chords as opposed to like a melody within it. So that's about all I would suggest.
Yeah,
But
it
apart from that,
reminded me
everything-
actually of Motto, Tiesto's record. Just sort of the way it was structured and how the way she was singing it. Not so much
little bit.
how she was singing it or didn't like match up with the melody, but it really reminded me of just that Motto, just the way that was done, the way it especially at the end with the hook. So Pablo wants me to refresh, so I'll be right back.
What did you think, Nick?
I'd also I'd recommend doing a version that's halftime with pretty stripped back drums for TikTok. Like that hook is a dead on a vibey
Oh yeah.
walk into a rainy window in an amazing location travel video on TikTok.
The travel
And,
vlogs, yes.
Yeah, no, those crush on there. But you gotta like, I think dance records have a little bit of a tough time on TikTok unless they're like shuffler videos. But for those vibey travel videos, if you give it more of like a hip hop halftime thing, I think it could work.
As far as the comparison to Motto, I see what you're saying, Hess, but I wanted to just highlight the fact that the Motto, the way that vocal comes off, is like, I'm too cool for anyone, and you ain't getting in the club, and like, I'm so cool, and this is how we roll, and you're not cool unless you do what we do in the verse and the chorus
right.
and the verse and the chorus and the chorus and the chorus and the verse. And this song that we just heard was like, you know, it almost presented a nicer story or one of despair. I don't know what the lyrics were, but it felt like she had something more important to say than like,
Yeah.
this is what we do on the weekends.
Right.
Give me vodka. And, yeah.
Right.
Give me vodka.
Glasses up. Exactly.
Hold
No,
up
it's
to
just
the club and the thing.
just the way she
Pumping it
delivered the hook just
in the
really
speaker.
reminded me of Motto. And also
Yeah.
like the way, I just feel like that's not her first language, English.
Oh yeah, well actually normally works. It's like very Norwegian and Scandinavian. Anytime they sing in English, sometimes there's a really cool twang to it and a cool feeling that makes
Right.
it feel a lot more interesting and rhythmic. So
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
it's a good catch.
Hey, so Mike Bond over there in China, he has a track that he sent over. By the way, we've had a couple more questions. DopeOrNopeMusic.com. That's where the demos go. Send them over there, and we will. I don't know if we'll get to them all today, but we'll give it a shot.
You
Anyway,
can find
Mike
the link
Bond-
right here.
Yeah.
That's the link.
Or here.
Or here. Or wherever. Wait, can I go
Here.
across screens? I'm going to try and
Here we
go
go.
across the screen.
Go.
here.
No, you,
No, it's not. I was gonna itch Lauren's nose for him.
Thank you. very much. In fact, you can't see mine, but if I get my hair in the way,
There we
then you maybe.
Right. Anyway, Mike Bond, he sent over a track very simply and maybe aptly called Steve Aoki.
Like a yogi, roll my hair like a yogi, trim my beard like a yogi. I get dressed up like a yogi. I
Yeah.
wanna be just like a yogi. Dream like I'm a yogi. I got a cool team like a yogi. I make dope beats like a yogi. Dim mak a yogi. Just like a yogi. Just like a yogi. Just like a yogi.
Roll that cake like a yogi. 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 Cake like a yogi.
I wanna be just like a yogi. Yo, play house like a yogi.
There it is. Mike Bond, Steve Aoki.
Can you just lift
I'm not
this-
mad at that.
This volume up, please.
What? Right here? Yeah, sure.
Put them up. Yeah,
Fame like a yogi. I wanna be just like a yogi. Dream like I'm a yogi. I got a cool team like a yogi. I make
Yeah,
dope
okay.
beats like a yogi.
You left it for like 30 seconds of instrumental, which was way too long, by the way, for the song, and then you dipped it right at the second verse where all the new hooks were coming in. That I was trying to go, okay, is it the same or is it new or different? And then when you brought it up, you missed them all, and we only got the pre-chorus again. So
Can we
it
hear
was
the
hard to
breakdown
tell.
vocal where it slows and you cut it? I just want to hear the lyrics.
Yeah.
Or is
Let me
that
go back on it.
Yo, Aoki.
Let me see here.
Cool like a yogi.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yo.
Louder.
House like a yogi. I wanna be cool like a yogi. Jump in the pool like a yogi. Boneless like a yogi. Play main stage like a yogi. I wanna have rays like a yogi. I wanna have fame like a yogi. I wanna be just like a yogi. Dream like I'm a yogi. I got a cool team like a yogi. I make dope beats like a yogi. Tim Mac, a yogi. Just like a yogi. Just like a yogi. Just like a yogi.
Throw that cake like a yogi. Cake like a yogi. Cake like a yogi. Cake like a yogi. Throw that cake like a
Fire!
This is really cool.
Cake like a yogi. Cake like a yogi.
You know what? That Austin seems to be enjoying this more, so you can start.
I'd love to start. Oh man, I like his production. I've known of Mike's as an artist for a while, but I mean, just whatever that top line was, it's almost a relic of like early musical freedom and like Smash the House maybe. Whatever
I mean,
was
that sort of
going
like
to-
horn sound. Yeah.
That was probably my favorite part, and then the lyric is probably my second favorite, where he says "swim in the pool like Aoki" or whatever that.
Yeah.
lyric
Jump
was.
in the
It's
pool
just-
like we jump in
I
the
love
pool.
that. Little stuff, little small stuff like that. That's all.
Yeah.
Lauren, if you
want
sign
a
this,
TikTok- yeah.
no, I mean TikTok for sure. But Lauren, if you
TikTok,
sign this, it would be
yeah.
the most meta thing you could put out, and it would probably be the biggest record on the planet.
It's like Kanye, the Chainsmokers record,
Right.
Yeah.
No.
the EDM
This-
version.
Yeah,
The social
I hear what
campaign
you're
that
saying.
could literally come with it is wild.
Right.
The social campaign would be wild.
And you know you got
No
all
pressure.
that cake footage.
No pressure, Lauren.
You know you got all that cake footage just in 4K
Yeah.
from years ago that you hadn't
mean-
used. All that B-roll can be put to use finally.
that's true. I'm not going to argue with it.
And then like
Literally.
when it gets synced, and he's in a commercial with the song,
Oh,
and he's throwing cake in a Target commercial.
All right. Listen, send it to me,
Or
and I'll
jump,
play it to
jumping
Steve.
off the roof of his house again into the pool. like,
Yeah.
you know, any of those things.
Lauren's like, enough, I've heard it.
I'll play it to Steve. If you send it to me, just send it to Lauren@dimmac.com, and I'll play it to Steve. I took some notes. I really love the I love all of the references because they're cool. Like jump in the pool, boneless, like mainstay,
cover it.
raves, fame. Yeah, he kind of hit it. Goatee, dope beats. I thought it was really cool when it says cake like Aoki, and I'm like, is cake now a verb? Is that what's going on here? Cake like Aoki, like jump, like cake is now a doing word. I guess in Steve's world it probably is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Play house like. I don't think anything in there was actually bad. I thought it was all really good, and my only feeling on it is the fear of it being too meta and the fear of it being too kitsch. But that's for others to decide. You know, if I'm too close to it, having been working with Steve now for 8 years, I'm not sure whether that's cool or whether it's kitsch. So that's for everybody here on the call to decide. But I really love the beats and I love the instrumental, and it felt like it was just doing what it was meant to do. It's not
Right.
trying to be too straightforward. It's not trying to be too clever. It's not trying to be too indie. It's just doing what it does.
Also-
It's actually a cool commercial dance record. It's probably like a, dare I say it, a US dance radio beat.
Wow.
Yes.
I think it's great. It could be.
Hey, look.
So many things can be done with it. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
You could do like custom versions of the record for the biggest fans. I don't know, caked like an Austin, caked like a Kramer. Dude, you could just, this is like an endless bag of money that you will print forever on this
Literally.
record. Just like you did on Selfie.
Wow.
Here
Yeah.
it is.
Sure.
Just being
Yeah.
served up.
Wow. That's a lot of pressure.
It's no
That's a ton of
pressure at all.
pressure.
It's totally fine.
This is not a sponsored ad.
No, to the song. To the song.
right.
All right. So that's Mike Bond, all the way from China, and that's now a verb, caked like a yolk.
Cake like
There you
a
go, Mike.
cake.
I love it.
Cake like
I
a-
actually,
Solid work,
yeah,
Mike.
it totally works as
Thank
a verb.
you.
Next
it's really
demo
good.
up, Alex D'Onofrio, and this is new melodic house demo. You're listening to Dope or Nope. This is really long, so I'm going to bounce a little bit. It's about 7 minutes long.
Definitely sounds like it.
Yeah, and it's a journey.
Yeah.
Alex D'Onofrio, house music demo, melodic house music demo.
Where does it go?
It goes right here. Hold on.
He said the end is where it really gets going.
Got
yeah,
it.
right.
Yeah, where's the dreamies? Sick.
Yeah, I love this vibe.
Yeah.
I like it.
Like I'm in
It's really
Jurassic
nice.
Park or something.
Exactly.
Looking for the
I
T-Rex.
hadn't thought about that. Right. Really
Todd
nicely done,
Stuckey in the chat needs to collab with him.
though. Uh-huh. What, with a vocal?
As a vocalist?
Yeah, a nice vocal.
A nice vocal. Wow.
Nick,
Yeah,
how
exactly.
did
Cool.
tomato
Nice
season
dreamy song. Really cool.
Yeah.
Nice little journey.
go? Yeah.
Really nice.
Nothing wrong with it at all. Really nice.
Sometimes with those, like, it's hard, like, in the context of what we're doing, since we're doing, like, a minute 20, right? You got to bounce around a little bit. But also, like, in today's world, like, that'd be great, a great DJ tool, a great tool for, you know, people who are, you know, like a Tale of Us, like that kind of vibe, if you're looking for that on certain playlists. But people's, you know, patience on listing on platforms can be a little short. So how do you make that into a short story instead of a novel? Right?
Can I read
That'd be
his
my
DM?
only. What's that?
That was Alex D'Onofrio. Can I read his
D'Onofrio. Yeah.
Hey Austin, this is Alex from New Jersey. I'm a melodic house, techno, trance, chill out, whatever you want to call it, artist, and I wanted to introduce myself.
Very nice.
Best intro ever. Whatever you want to call it. No,
Whatever you want to call it.
no boundaries.
As long as it's not progressive house.
Right. Don't say that.
I think that
I've
was
known
last
Alex
week, right?
a very long time. Worked with him on some stuff, and he's another one like I've seen over the years develop and like refine his style, and it's he's got it now. So it's
Nice.
awesome to see.
Nice, nice.
I listen to stuff like that all day.
Well, let's see if we got another one here. This is Eche Palante. This is called Right Time. And you're listening to Dope or Nope, just in case you were wondering. Electronic demos.
You can't let them win. It's coming at the right time. What's meant to be will find its way to me. You can't tell me otherwise. Wait for it. It's coming at the right time.
So Eche Palante, it's called Right Time. Any thoughts?
Nice. I liked it.
I dug that one.
Yeah, it's nice.
Has some, like, I don't know, is it like 2000s, 90s vibes with the vocal? I'm
Yeah, I didn't
trying
love
to
the
think
vocal
of this song
entirely.
it reminds me of, and it's hurting my brain. I'll think of it eventually. I don't know, but I like the nostalgia vibes.
Very cool.
Lauren? No?
Um,
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it. I think it was really nice. That the vocal wasn't cheesy, commercial, pop, whatever else, but it was familiar. It was good like that. The music wasn't overtly kind of commercial. It felt like a nice journey. The bass line was really good. And it feels like what was that song? It will come to me in a minute, but it felt like a darker kind of commercial house record. It felt like a record around like the early 2000s, vocal heavy, but still dark and still commercial without it needing to necessarily be uplifting and fluffy and light. And, if it was a color, it's more blue and purple than yellow, if that makes sense. It's kind of like it's anchored in cool. So I liked it.
Very nice. Eche, nice job. Raquel, any thoughts on that for yourself before
I'm just trying to think of the song that it reminds me of.
In the rabbit hole.
Oh,
I'll get it
Deepest Blue.
eventually.
That's the one it reminded me of. There's a song called Deepest Blue by an act I think was also called Deepest Blue, just to be completely confusing. And it was a huge commercial radio hit in the early 2000s, like 2000, 2001, something like that. I remember playing it on 92.9, a pop station in Perth that I was on in the evenings. Yes. Very cool. See if I can find the link for it.
Yeah, I wish
What's the
we
song
could
that
still
goes,
play that
"Wait,
stuff.
Hold on,
Yeah,
that
good point.
one. That song. What is that song? It's from the 2000. I was like, they played it, okay, in dance when I was like 8. Oh my god, what is this
Oh,
song?
man.
I'll get there. I'll get it eventually.
All right, next up is For Mike. Yeah. And this is called Veracity, and this is Dope or Nope. Demo time. Yeah.
Raquel, were you talking about World? Hold on.
I was, but I'm putting two songs together in my head, actually. So we're all still fine together songs.
You did a mashup in your
here.
brain. Like it.
Yeah, I did.
That was very
Yeah.
well done, too, actually. It
That
actually
track
works.
was awesome.
Yeah, this
That
track
was
was
dope.
awesome. I think this section... Do you feel like that was too long? Like this piece here?
Without anything changing, I feel like something needed to change or just be different to keep it
Right.
engaging.
Because that was, what, 32:64? That was a long time. Like that in the first... After the first 32, they could have, like, maybe switched up some elements there. Kept the same drive, but maybe messed around with it a little bit.
Yeah, like an extra element for the last half of it, or otherwise just half it in general.
Otherwise, cut it. Yeah. But, like,
Yeah.
if you want to take them somewhere, then, like, keep it moving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, keep it moving. But you're thinking in terms of radio, which is a really good point that we were trying to make last week about how your ear is tuned to what works or what's going to work. And I think you're hearing it from a radio perspective and a streaming perspective as well. And I think that's how
Yeah.
everybody should listen to it. You should be listening to your own record through who's going to stay around for the next bit, why they're going to stay around. If they don't know who you are, sure, your friends will like, oh, this is really dope, and they'll sit there and listen to it because they have an attachment with you or whoever you're playing the record to. But if
Right.
a passerby on the street listens to a song, will they keep listening to it? If it pops up on the radio, will they switch? Will they stay? If it comes up on a playlist that they happen to be just listening to, will they skip or will they stay? So trying to keep things moving is something that we talk about all the time. And that song, for me, has all of the elements of greatness. It just needs to be trimmed down to its core best bits. And then that way you've got all the variation, because it's gonna keep varying every 7 and 14 seconds, every 4 bars,
Right.
and 8 bars. You're gonna get that feeling of variation just by keeping it moving. To Hess's point.
Yeah, I think it's only 250. So I think that section was such a good idea. Do you know what I mean? But it was also like really overwhelming in a way, like suddenly, like, you know, but for the right reason, that it didn't need to sit in there for that long. Like, you hit it and then you back up a little bit, and it doesn't have to be a drop. It just can be just as complex and as good idea, but maybe just a little bit different, especially at 250, because if you start trimming those things in half, you're down to, like, you know,
It's also worth noting, like, you don't even have to add things necessarily or completely change the sound. You could do really cool things with the rhythm of that sound to keep the parts interesting. So it's constantly going da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Like, if you change that to a da-da-da-da and it stretches out over one bar versus it being quick half-bar segments, some of those moments will help keep it interesting versus always, like, trying to add something new.
there you go.
Yeah, really nice.
A lot of good,
record.
lot of good pieces there.
But
A lot
the
of good
track is
pieces.
awesome.
I love it.
Bones
Yeah,
are,
so-
like, perfect.
right? Exactly. If you're just stopping by, this is Dope or Nope. We do it every Thursday at 3 p.m. Our illustrious staff, Lauren Padman, right here, over there, is Vice President of Dimmock Records. Raquel Goldie is a lovely host on Vinny's Vibes on Pitbull's channel Friday at 10 a.m. Austin Kramer, One World Radio, and Unreleased on your Spotify everywhere. And Nick Dietrich from the Disco Fries, FinishMyTrack.com, and Liftoff Recordings. There you go. Did I get everybody? Oh, and I'm Hess.
Who are you?
Your Hess, the
Yeah,
best.
you never
Yeah.
introduced yourself.
The
Yeah,
best ever.
sorry, I keep forgetting. So my name is Hess. I do some radio promotion for Armada Music in the United States. And yeah, I have a lot of fun doing this right here every week.
Just some
Yeah,
promotion.
just a little bit, little something. I'm into it about 34 years, and I still loved every day doing radio promotion.
Amen.
Even on days like this when I'm trying to, like, get some things to number 1. By the way, the Becky Hill did go number 1 last week.
Congrats.
Hey,
Just
Yeah.
wanted to
Yeah,
mention
for
that.
that.
Yeah, I was very happy about that.
perfect.
Was it the
And,
Sam Schultz or the Robin Schultz, or what was that remix that
No,
came
it was
out?
the Run with Galantis. And this week, Armin van Buren with Sam Gray is about 15 spins away from doing the exact same thing. So I'm pretty excited about that.
All right.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's always
Um,
amazing music. That's for sure.
Also, like, those tunes don't suck at all. Speaking of not sucking, Twale has been around with us a few times, and he's dropped off another demo, and this is called Cruise, right here on Dope or Nope.
No matter what happens, we gon' always see it through. No matter what happens, I'll keep pulling up. Hit the road and just cruise, me and you. Feel the wind blowing every time we drop the roof. No matter what happens, I'ma always stay true. No matter what happens, baby. Ooh. Got the keys to the Benz, doing 100 round the bend. And the feeling is ecstasy. Hope it's never gonna end. Feel the kiss to your lips. Got my heart doing flips. Is it more than just meant to be? I think it's time you open up and just enjoy yourself. I never felt this type of way, I swear with no one else. It ain't no pressure, baby, we ain't gotta do too much. I take you places down the coast that you ain't never seen. You'll be happier than you thought you could ever be. They say it's real when you don't ever have to question it. We can just cruise, me and you. Feel the wind blowing every time we drop the roof. No matter what happens, I'ma always stay true. No matter what happens, baby.
That is awesome.
Demo of the day.
Yes.
Agreed. That's awesome.
Do we need one of those buttons, you know, with the...
Nick's got one.
Nick, you
Come on,
have a
Nick, what do
button?
you got?
A
Give us
button.
an
I
effect.
did have one of those buttons somewhere.
What do you got for
Come
us?
on, man. What do you got? Good. There you go. No, not the boo, the hiss.
No, I don't know. What else you want? I mean,
I want some just, I don't know.
That was a demo of the day for me as well.
Just give us the
Yeah, I'm
cheers.
in on
We'll
that.
take the cheers. How's that?
you'll take the
Yeah.
cheers? All right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh.
Cheers.
Demo of the day. Well done.
All right. There it is.
Wow.
That was good.
Did we just
That-
get, like,
that to me,
That to
4
me
out of
just felt
5
like
people?
a straight up commercial radio record that
felt like Jonas Blue a lot to me.
Yeah.
Felt like it was danceable and the tempo was up, but it wasn't trying to be aggressively dance. But the tempo
Right.
was definitely up there. So yeah, really, really nice record. Really like that one a lot. What do you think, Hess?
I mean, that sounds like a great radio record to me. What I like the most is, and I don't know if I'm going to say this correctly, but it felt like it wasn't trying very hard at all, but came across like just super smooth. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
wasn't trying to do anything in particular except be nice and smooth and enjoyable, and it did that in spades.
Yeah.
It was so good, I thought it was a bootleg at first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good
Twally does
record.
some nice radio stuff.
Someone
Nick, you have
sign
any
it so I can
thoughts?
put it on my
Who's
show.
the
No, it was well done. Not my personal taste. The problem for me with it is there was nothing like I came away with saying it was super memorable, standout. Not saying it has to be, but that was my thing. The Aoki record though, I'm here for that.
Yeah, I
Wow,
can see you
circle
are.
back on that.
Yeah. So who was the artist in that one?
That was Twale, Twalle, and that was called Cruise.
Cool.
That'll definitely
Right.
do well. It's an awesome record.
Yeah, well done. Next one up, Barkin, and this is called Rebellion, right here on Dope or Nope.
I like where this one's headed. I'm gonna
Yeah.
jump in on it if you don't mind. So
All right,
it reminds me of early Jack Beats, and it also reminds me of a Disco Fries record we put out on Musical Freedom in 2014. So I'd reference some of that stuff just for some cool like ear candy ideas. Yeah, I just plugged my own record for you to reference, and that record was called Filtrum. But it's cool. I love the sound of that. It reminds me of like that early 2012 to 2014 electro vibe. It's cool.
I really liked it a lot. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It felt very much like an electro vibe, and it still felt kind of fresh-ish. You know, it felt like it needed a vocal or something, maybe like a
Yeah.
rap potentially.
I was gonna say,
Ear-
did you feel
early
like it needed
Botnek,
any kind of
too.
vocal? Oh,
yeah, early
Botnek.
Botnek. Yeah, Botnek. Wow.
That was a Dimmock thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah,
They
Botnek
had a
can do
really
it. Canadians.
a lot of good stuff.
He said he'll be adding vocals as well.
Yeah,
Very nice. There it is.
Cool.
I'd like to hear that
All right.
result of that.
That's Barkin with Rebellion.
Awesome.
Anyone else want to jump in on that one a little bit?
It's barking, so that's where Austin is supposed to do the howl.
Oh yeah, right. It's true.
Oh!
Oh wow.
I really
Oh,
need
yeah.
that on my sampler. soon.
Yeah, there's your sample.
Right.
Yeah. Needs that.
It doesn't
Needs
work
that.
on the outro. It has to be on the intro. So my bad.
Got it. Got it.
Like right when
you're
Tess
right.
says, "Okay, now dope or nope, barking," and I go, "Arr, arr, arr." Like that. More effect. You know? Sorry, barking. Sorry,
Right.
barking music on Twitch. I let you down. Apologize.
All right. Shall we go to the next demo?
We
Yeah, I
shall.
just want to warn you,
Yeah.
Hess, the Smithworks is a total bootleg of Calvin and Florence Machine, and that'll probably get us booted off of the Facebook
Nope. We
Enterprise.
don't play it.
And
the
everywhere.
Enterprise ship.
Yeah.
Did I?
Not worth it. Don't
Oh, okay. Spectrum, say my name. Yeah, I queued it up, but I didn't get over to that tab yet. I had a couple to go. All right. Bye
play.
bye.
Oof.
We can't play that.
Kramer.
Thanks for the save.
by Kramer.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
I
everybody.
will,
So
however,
just a
play it on my
reminder.
show on Tomorrowland, though, so you can count on that, Smithworks. It's a great work.
Oh, nice. Nice. And which show was that?
Unreleased.
No.
Unreleased.
Which day?
Oh, I don't know. 2 weeks from now.
Oh, okay. Got it. Unreleased. You'll find that on YouTube and Spotify. Yeah. Where else? Is that anywhere else?
I post on SoundCloud on Tuesdays. So.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
There it
What
is.
countries does it air in, by the way?
There's a lot of Eastern European affiliates, and I think there's some others, but in major markets in Europe, but I don't think I can say them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Next demo, Matiso and Sam Z, and this is called In the Name of Love.
I'm drifting down tonight, senses running alive, visions in black and white. I'm calling down the fire, then I try to make it right, 'cause I miss you every night. I couldn't let you go, and now I feel alone, vibing a sad song. It's hard to feel alive, when all you do is survive in the name of love. I feel like going home, but I can still recall the storm. Your steps were all over the floor. What if I turn down the lights, but I can still walk out of sight? Your scent is there every night.
This is really good. I really like the weirdly, I really like the vocal and the beats.
Yeah.
The drop felt nice. The whole thing felt really
I
good.
like that a lot.
The
That's
vocal
definitely a
kind of
dope-
sounds like Ed Sheeran a bit.
It's a good point.
Totally hear that.
I was like, Ed, is that you?
Track's really nice too.
Yeah. I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
Feels Axwell-ish from years ago.
Right.
That triplet feeling. It's cool. I really like it. Nice.
Really, really nice. Any other
Yes,
comments?
there's
Shall we
there's
move
one
on?
note I want to make, but before I make that note, can you just turn it back up at the drop again?
Here or when it goes into the vocal, back into the vocal?
This instrumental part's fine.
I feel like going home,
Yeah, not this,
but
the
I can still
deep
recall the
part's back.
storm. Your steps were all over the
Right here.
Yeah. So, I would be curious to hear it like 2 BPM faster, or something that gives it a touch more momentum in the 16th notes. It sounds like it's there, but it's not. It needs like a hair more drive. So it could be a combination of those things, or just a touch quicker.
Right. Really nice
That's
though.
it.
I think.
Yeah.
Really, really good. All right, one more time. That's Matiso and Sam Z, In the Name of Love. Oh,
I got some issues with my vision.
Dropbox.
Cause I've been
just gonna let it
seeing
play.
apparitions wide awake. I can't ignore my intuition. Let's see how many boundaries I can break. Another dream, another night. I'm flying miles above my mind. Take me there, to the stratosphere, where I found my own desire. It's got me feeling like I'm not a body. I'm not a body. Take me there. Take my reality in pieces.
This is really good.
Darkness, I'm not breathing slowly. Fades away. My body tingles when I leave it.
Who is this?
Really good record.
Yeah, you know, with Dropbox, it doesn't like. It's always full blast every time you open up a new window, but this is
Good.
Salvo Advide, and then it's called Out of My Body, ADVIDE. Avidi. Salvo Avidi, Out of My Body. Wow. So strong. Like, so I feel like it's so well produced. Or am I just hearing it?
No, you're hearing it.
Like this feels fully mastered all in, you know?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, exactly. It feels finished and clean. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what do you guys think?
Really nice. I like it.
I would like
really
to hear
it.
like a dance mix on this. I hate to plug Disco Fries records, but we did it with Billie Eilish, and I feel like the vibe we did with the Billie Eilish record, where if somebody keeps the idea of what's there intact, but makes it into a proper dance track, that could be a super dope record.
I
I
agree.
really want to work on that, actually. So
That
Where it
vocal.
is right
get in
now,
touch.
Where it is right now, it's a really good. I mean, it would be a great like K-pop girl group, girl soloist. Like this is the vibes that they're doing. So
Right.
that would be a huge track.
And if anyone knows, that would be you.
That would be I. Yes.
That would be I.
Raquel, are you saying that's a Raquel, were you saying that's a K-pop record?
No, like it would be a really great K-pop girl group or girl soloist record.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying this exact
No,
version was
no. But it's
Okay.
it's similar to like what a lot of the girl groups are doing right now.
like a soft, like stepping into a.
Well, yeah, because they're
Like
all
a-
dancing, right? So I feel like that's the conversation that's always had from my songwriter friends who want to get into K-pop producing. It's like, don't forget that they're gonna dance, so you have to make it danceable and choreographable. So that song definitely had the potential for that.
I felt like I was watching Hook, where the Princess Angel or whatever flies into the window. Boop, 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 boop.
Alrighty then. This next demo is from Bad Monkey. This is a Liebe Anthem. The original
Anthem
mix.
in
What's
German. Love Anthem in German.
that? Correct. Bad Monkey. A regular here on Dope or Nope.
Sounds like
It needs
Bach
to
or
be-
Mozart or.
Yeah, it needs to be in an episode of like Criminal Minds where they're working on the computer and then they're like racing to the bad guy. What should happen?
This breakdown would be a cool scene too.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh wait, check it
Get
out.
in the show.
We gotta hear this out, right? Here we go. New vibes for Mr. Bad Monkey, huh?
Yeah, that was a really cool breakdown too.
Yeah.
Different,
I felt like that
tempo.
was a tiny bit of his of some of the stuff that he sent in before, because that stuff was definitely harder, more like mid tempo. Yeah, super cool track though. Bad Monkey and Love Anthem.
I guess I have a question for the panel because this is not my wheelhouse that I'm about to ask. We always say like this should be in a movie, this should be in a TV show. Like as an independent artist, are there portals or ways that people could submit music, or is that kind of just found through someone working with the show? How does that work?
Lauren, you want to start with that, or you want me to?
I'm trying to
Lauren's
hide.
Lauren's
Right.
trying to hide.
So,
I'm
so
hiding.
all right. So
Currently hiding.
there are companies that that you can hire that pitch music the same way. They're like promotion people that pitch music to music directors of, who at movies, regular music directors. So they find out like what movies are being shot or commercials or, and much the same way like myself, where someone who was doing that, making commercials or movies and things, would look to certain companies the same way people look to me for radio as a trusted source or someone who's in touch with a lot of people, a variety of people. And I'm going to try to stay out of the rabbit hole with this because there are a lot of elements that can assist and make things go quickly when someone makes a request, and there are things that can hold things up very for a long time. So often with something like this, or if there's a request, there's a very short, small window that you're working with. Like often, you'll get contacted by a company. They'll be like, I need a female vocal that does this. It sort of sounds similar to this, and these things are happening. We need this in by tomorrow morning, and this is like mid-afternoon.
24 hours.
Right. So, or less. So if you own your publishing, if the song is released and you own your publishing, or the label maybe is the administrator, if there's a lot of people involved, you need a yes from everybody. If it's split up individually like that, if there's an administrator, they can say on their behalf, I'm going to say yes or no based on the advance or whatever it is. But if it's split up, like by the time you get to everyone, these guys are moving, like they need music and they're shooting, and it's like dynamic. Yeah. So there's sort of like one aspect of it, but there are companies that pitch. I know Armada uses a company here in the United States. I wish I could remember what the name of the company is, but there's definitely someone that is behind, pitching elements besides our own people within the publishing part of Armada. I don't know. Is that any different for you, Lauren, or?
No, it's about right. We have our own internal people who pitch. We've also get hit up, of course, as a source of previous placements. So people will hit us up and say, hey, we're shooting for a movie, or there's a new Kardashian thing, or whatever. We're looking for bangers, or we're looking for music to suit this kind of scene. We also have a third-party pitching company on the master side of the record, and we also have a on the publishing side of the record, because every record's split into two. On the publishing side, that we use Warner Chappell, and they have an entire pitching department. So that's helping us as an admin. But I guess that's getting further away from your question, though, Raquel. It's how does someone new try to pitch into it? It's really tough. That's the reason why there are, to Hess's point, companies that already have these existing relationships with a multitude of music supervisors, who are the people who are in charge of what music goes on to multiple shows or movies or commercials or things. So I think it's important to try to either have a relationship with music supervisors directly if you can, or if not, then go through a company that has relationships in place, and they also trust each other. They know that paperwork's okay, and they know that if they say, yeah, you can have this, then they don't have to worry about getting everyone's permission, because they trust the word of that person, because it's already been cleared with them ahead of time. To Hess's point, everything works really fast in the sync business. So, it's like, what have you got now that you can clear now? And if I say, oh yeah, I've got this song, but there's also a writer in Australia, Sweden, and Germany, they go, okay, forget it. What else have you got?
Right.
Unless you can say, we control that, and I can say yes on their behalf. Otherwise, you're kind of screwed.
I'll give you some pretty tactful advice. Danny and I do about 30 syncs a year, generally speaking, for Disco Fries and label stuff, which is pretty good. It's considering it's not like a main
huge
thing for us.
By the way, for an independent artist label. 100%.
We got into sync before we did Disco Fries. As a whole, we wanted to be in the advertising TV world, so we kind of built that first, and the way we did that was through music libraries. So I just there's a site called millennialmind.co. If you go to the top, it has music libraries as one of the main tabs, and it lists 46 different major music libraries that you could possibly tap into and have your music listed for music supervisors to pull from. So I would start there. Once you get a few syncs under your belt, you could then go to music supervisors on TV shows and at companies through places like LinkedIn, and just say, hey, I've done these syncs already, and I love your show. I love specifically these shows, and I think my music would be a good fit for them. Here are 5 or 10 records that are one-stop clearances. So you own all the rights, or you and your friend own all the rights 100%.
That's great advice, man.
Easy for you to clear them. So that's where I would start. And millennialmind.co, and just go through those music libraries and see who might accept you as an artist to list your music on there.
Yeah.
Right.
Really nice.
I feel like this is something that's important, because a lot of the time, especially on a show like this, it's just how can I get my record signed or how can I get it on the radio? And there's so many other ways that you could creatively get your music out there that's not thinking so linear. And I've been having this conversation all week, which is so interesting, of how can we think a different way or get something done a different way? And it's like there's ways to do it. You just have to get creative.
Sure.
The other thing that's worth noting too is like when we were on other records, so like when we worked with Cruella on a record or Hardwell on a record, there would be a lot of sync that comes in for that stuff. Tiesto, like they get major syncs that come in and then we had to approve it as writers. But then we also got access to those supervisors. So I'd always approve the sync and then I'd be like, hey, sidebar, just a heads up.
Yeah.
Like, if you're looking for other stuff, we're happy to do it. Or, what else are you looking for? What other shows are you working on? And then you could get in that way. So, it's using your brain.
I'll show you a really cool twisted way, like some of that stuff works, is, wait, did we get bounced? Oh, no. So, for instance, Stranger Things 4, right? Kate Bush running up that hill. Huge part of that kickoff. And on Tuesday, BPM added a song that's based on that by Enema, and it's just called Running. And it's like an electronic version-ish of that. And I had sent it out to a couple of radio stations in February when it came out. And I was like, I don't really know if it fits. A couple stations played it. It was cool. And so I had asked the program director of BPM the other day, I was like, how did we get here? Because I haven't brought this up since April. And he's like, and then he explained to me like this connection between the two things. And that's one of those times where whatever happens from here, if it gets played a lot, if it tests, if all the things connect, maybe it'll like blast off. But those are one of the ways it just like can really kind of just come out of nowhere sometimes and be like, what? And there it is,
From this season's Stranger Things.
Yeah, Kate Bush is a thing again. Speaking of being a thing again, Dead Crow, this is called Crush, and this is the Fashionista Flip.
Nice.
Get ready.
Right? Heard enough of that.
It was an outer body
I didn't even bounce
experience.
that.
Yeah, the synths are really, really aggressive in the EQ. They've been overly compressed and distorted, I guess on purpose to create that kind of feeling. And I think that also the beats are trying to be compressed and distorted. So you've just got something which is overall hugely over compressed. Plus it's fast, obviously, because that's the style. So
Right.
I don't know. I think that it's trying to specifically be like as loud as it can be and emulating a live environment, which is pushing too hard. But I don't know if that's creating any dynamics at all. So there you go. It's a pass for me.
I feel like every time we play a Fashionista demo, I have to like check my blood pressure shortly thereafter, because it's like opposite of your heartbeat. You know what I mean? Like, if that were like live in a room, I would definitely be like shaking a little bit.
It's 3 times your heartbeat.
Yeah, right.
Like
Exactly.
my heartbeat right now is 58 beats a minute, pretty low. So times 380. I mean, that was 180 for sure. Maybe
And
more.
even with the Celsius.
Hey.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Comments? We'll move along then. Next and last demo for today. This is Amber Sky's Hose and Boats. Can't even make this stuff up.
Oh.
I don't waste my time entertaining jealous bitches, and I really don't like random people in my business. You can take it how you like. I'm not into people pleasing. I got an attitude, but this time I'm gonna keep it. I say fuck you to whoever needs to hear it, and I'll put that on my mama, 'cause I know she all about it. Wish all the harm that you motherfuckers want. I'm not scared of burning bridges. I can always run a boat. I'm not scared of burning bridges. I can always run a boat. I'm not scared of burning bridges. I can always run a boat. I'm not scared of burning bridges. I can always run a boat. I'm not scared of burning bridges. I can always run a boat. I don't do no favors for a hater undercover.
I'm not
No
entirely
idea what
mad at
she's-
this.
No.
No,
No idea what
It's a
she's
summer
talking
record.
about. Yeah.
I don't
Summer
listen to
chill
lyrics.
record. I'd like to hear from Raquel on this one.
Yes.
I mean, you know,
Nope, I don't. Be clear.
I don't. It just didn't do anything really for me much. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I would have predicted this would be your jam.
I like the lyrics are not my fave, but the actual like background, I like.
What do you mean?
What about the vibe of the like
I didn't
delivery?
even know there was
I like
lyrics.
the
What are you
vibe.
talking about?
The vibe, like the vibe, is good for like summer, yes, but
Yes.
the vocals,
I'm
not
with
my
you.
fave.
I'm with you.
The,
Same here.
the vocal
But like
or the
as
lyrics?
for the vibes, like if you're on a rooftop drinking an Aperol Spritz, yes. There you go.
I'm just saying the same. I mirror Raquel. Exactly what she said. The melody, the instruments, the vibe of the record, awesome. Drinking on a rooftop. But
Yeah.
the lyrics are like caustic to me. Like hose and boats. Like, dude, come on.
Yeah,
It's-
sure.
Why would you
Right.
say that?
Yeah.
But do you feel like there's a little shock value for that?
Yeah, I think it'll probably do well.
Austin's more of
I
a
think-
boats and hose guy. He's not
Right.
a hose and
I-
boats
Not
guy.
hose and boats, right?
I think it would do well as a remix, as like a remix at a festival. Like if someone's remixing it in their set, I feel like yes. But if I just heard that, I'd be like, eh. Like if I heard it on the rooftop with vocal, I'd be like, what is this? You know what I mean?
Raquel, what was on your show, or what's going to be on your show tomorrow on
That's a really great
Pitbull's
question.
Globalization?
Yeah. What's the record of the week?
If I could remember, that'd be really great.
Because that sound, do you think that sound would fit in your show?
No.
No.
Oh, you can't. Pitbull
No.
doesn't play anything dirty either.
We don't play
Right.
anything dirty, and also we try to be the hype party that you need to get you ready for the weekend. So that definitely wouldn't be. And I pull like a lot. I'm like I always push it. I'm like, but can I play this, please, please? And Vinny's normally like, fine, okay, but yeah, that one I wouldn't.
What about Mike Bond Aoki? Is that getting in there?
I love that. I want to play that one.
It's a good Friday morning pop, huh?
Lauren's like, jeez, we're back to this
Or-
one.
No.
Hand out the window for me.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, let's go.
Mike Bond is
Raquel's
getting
playing my
the
record.
love today.
Yes.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah.
Fat Man Scoop, by the way, text me during the show and put me on a chat with Mike Bond, and I'm very curious to hear the voice memo, so I'll be listening to that after this.
Oh, can you imagine Scoop on that?
I know that's where this is headed. So
Whoa.
Right. Yeah.
Oh no, I cannot
Right,
wait. For
exactly.
If that song
like
is time to put out.
Yeah,
I'm putting
right,
it out
exactly.
myself.
What?
That's
Yeah,
got to be demo of the day,
exactly.
y'all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
know, like, you know, everyone had their opinion. We already had our pick of the day or whatever. Like, to me, though, like, I can't help but push this record inside of the group. And I don't know why I'm doing it. I have no, like, inkling on, no points on this. I have, like, I'm not signing it. I just purely love it. I think it's energetic. I think it's
it's
the core
brilliant.
of what-
It's
it's
also
what dance music's about.
Mad cool idea. Just to like do
Yeah.
a song. Like who
It's
does
like ultimate
that?
creativity,
So
literally.
creative, yeah.
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 Well, that's why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, too late.
Yeah, too late.
This
Wait, we're
was
gone. We're done.
this was
No, I'll post
sorry.
it tomorrow. I'll post this
Sorry,
tomorrow.
Yeah. You get to hear it all over again. Lauren, Austin's going to
Yeah.
put it up on Spotify, so you can catch it there. You can probably still catch the stream on Facebook, Twitch. Where else are we? YouTube. We are on Facebook and Instagram, obviously, and Reddit. We're deep
Twitter.
inside there
Twitter.
somewhere.
Did we say that? Twitter?
Did we say Twitter? Yeah, Twitter too.
I don't know. Twitter.
And eventually, I think I locked in my TikTok today because I'm such a huge TikTok person. But
Oh,
I just thought
are you
I'd throw it
doing
in
that?
there. Yeah, it doesn't live stream, but it'll show up later. So
once
just
you
so
hit 1,000 followers, 1,000 followers is like the minimum for TikTok to allow you to do it.
got it. I'm not at 1,000.
Get to
Big
TikTok,
surprise
yeah.
there. Big surprise there.
There's only the three of us.
Right. So this has been Dope or Nope every Thursday at 3 p.m. EST. This great set of people right here and all of the people that we can see to our right join us together today. What are we at? 1,600 people, 1,600 total views. We do this out of a love and admiration of the format that we really, really like to play in, and that's electronic music.
Yeah.
Lauren Padman,
Yeah.
Vice President of Dimmock Records, Raquel Goldie, the illustrious host of tomorrow, Vinny Vibe, 10 a.m. EST, Pitbull, Sirius XM.
Globalization. Yes.
Pitbull Globalization, right. I always forget to say that part of it. And you can find her on YouTube, and you can find her on Instagram doing really cool stuff. K-pop aficionado, and of course, anything social media, DM her. She's got a plan. Austin Kramer, One World Radio, Tomorrowland. Very funny dude on Instagram, as you can tell by 442 people today, Austin. You crush us every week, I have to
Yes.
tell you,
Kill
by
it.
like quadruple all of us. And you can find them there. Unreleased is a playlist you should be following if you're not. And Nick Dietrich from the Disto Fries, from Liftoff Recordings, and from FinishMyTrack.com, which actually is a show that precedes us every Thursday at 1 p.m., right, EST?
Yeah, and just a quick shout out to Brooklyn Armada Artist was on today talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
the new
I
record.
love those guys.
The new record is awesome. I'm
Oh, I
really
love
excited
them.
for them.
Which one did you play, Red Rover?
Red Rover, yeah.
Yeah. Cool track.
I
feel
really like
that's
where they're headed. Like
back
with,
to their roots kind of vibe with the
yeah,
electronic
and-
part.
And Cam singing on tracks and stuff. I think the EP is going to be great.
Yeah, they're definitely having some fun. And my name is Hess. I do radio promotion and marketing for Armada Music in the United States. I've been at it a little bit of time, about 34 years. I've had the pleasure to work with some amazing artists, including Steve Aoki, including Armin van Buuren, and a bunch of other names that I'm not going to drop. Do you need to say something, Nick? Or you got to
No,
go to the bathroom?
we're still getting used to this moving people around thing.
Oh, yeah. I was like, who's
If two of
doing
us
that?
have the same idea at the same time, then it just looks
Getting
like it
dizzy.
just switches back again in
Big,
real
big,
time.
big.
Before we get
I need
off
some-
of here, Hess, when
Yeah.
does your live cover come out with a Vera?
Oh yeah, so that's actually next Friday.
Really? Wow.
So
Wow.
excited about that.
Played it a couple times. It's really good.
Yeah, so I was able to just a little bit about that. If you guys remember the band Live, they're actually from Pennsylvania, which is kind of cool for me.
Wow. Lightning crashes. big record.
And Lightning Crashes, yeah. And Avira was sort of messing around with it a little bit and came up with this kind of really cool version of it. The person who's doing A&R for Avira, who is from the town that Live came
Oh,
from
wow.
in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, got it to them, and Ed, who is the lead singer, flipped out. The whole band like really loved it. They went back up to New York and re-recorded the vocal to this new
Yeah.
track. And the whole thing comes out on Friday. The extended mix is really good too. Very like not hard, really just took it like in a really
it's great.
interesting place. Yeah,
Beautiful.
it came out really good.
Yeah.
And what are we listening to right now?
This is DJ Ray. This is called I Got Love, and she's a vocalist, a writer, producer, and DJ in the UK. I'm always looking for things we can play in the background and not get kicked off. And I was like, oh, I got a whole
Right.
string of demos from her, so I might as well do that.
It's the quietest banger I ever heard.
Yeah, trying to
I'm
keep
sitting
it
rocking
low.
Under the talk.
Yeah. So, what do you guys got planned for the weekend? What's going on, Raquel? You stayed home last weekend, didn't you?
I mean, I was home in LA, but I wasn't like home. So I think this
okay.
weekend I'm actually going to chill because I had friends come into town last weekend, so it ended up being crazy. But this weekend, we're chilling, we're relaxing.
And no doubt you're gonna fix that drawer, right? Because that's been brought up a few times.
No,
apparently.
it's just broken
No?
at this point. Don't hire
Awesome.
a handyman from Walmart.
Super cool. Well, enjoy your weekend at home. Nice chilling. Austin, what do you got?
Headed down to Miami to meet up with Raphael. Shout out at Reddit. I forget the name of the channel. I should know this. I'm sorry, but yeah, headed up to meet him and then some TikTok.
I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah, he came up to West Palm a few months ago and we hung out.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a Palm Beach County homie.
Tell him I
Super
said
cool.
hello.
Yeah, enjoy. Safe travels. Lauren, what do you got?
It'll be tennis again. That's my weekly fitness.
Right.
Gamma from the UK is coming in to do a not so secret set in the Globe in LA on Saturday night. So I'm going to go and check that out. I'm very excited about that, and just a lot of chilling and catching up with having been out of the country now, or certainly out of this city for my lord, like 2 months now, really, like
Right.
in and out. I'm very happy to have a full weekend, not being in Sweden or Denmark or Vegas or Australia or whatever else. I'm actually happy to be home.
We're on a
Here we
plane.
are.
Yeah,
Chilling.
super cool. Nick, what kind of pizza are we making this weekend?
Nah.
Definitely making pizza tomorrow. Doing some chilling by the pool, and then I got Danny coming into town. So we're gonna do a photo shoot, first photo shoot since pre-COVID. So
Fun.
Whoa.
little
Please
overdue.
Get the shavies right.
Yeah,
I
getting
see
the
Danny with a
haircut.
big beard.
Yeah, getting the haircut tomorrow. And then we just renewed our deal with our distributor for Liftoff and did a pretty big partnership with them. So we're doing a new EP on there this year and a bunch of other
Nice.
stuff. So we're doing a little celebratory dinner together on Monday.
Wonderful.
Who is your distro?
Congratulations.
Who's your distro?
We're Label Works.
Label Works, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Great.
Are they coming to the States or are they just in UK?
I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't know enough to say if I'm allowed to say
Yeah.
anything.
I've heard rumors. I saw a listing for somebody based in LA.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
interesting.
surprised.
Interesting.
Have you
Remember how
played
long
with
ago
Danny?
I started with that? So I was doing promos through there.
No.
I was like,
A long time ago.
I was working for Strictly Rhythm back then. It must be like 10 years.
Wow.
No, wait.
Wow.
1, 2,
Yeah.
12 years.
So you were the first United States implant for Label
If-
Works.
If you go to their site, I think my recommendation is still up there, but I'm listed under Strictly Rhythm. Yeah, I think it was a great service before. This was before they were doing distribution. It was just like a DJ thing. I really like the system that they have.
They really turned out to be one of the best distros, in my humble
Yeah.
opinion. for dance at least.
For self-release, 100%.
Hess, what are you up to this weekend?
Me, I am working on the house. I am in this thing like up to my eyeballs in like boxes and paint, and we're having like a local like sort of cocktail party. I think 16th of June or something like that, and my wife has got me rocking the stuff right now. I mean, it's just like I just bought 800 pounds of floor matting for our gym that's going upstairs now. Nice. That should be here in a couple days. There's like painters. It's insane. Like, and
yeah,
you know, and then we got behind because our 2 kids had COVID for a week, and so now we're 10 days past it. Yeah, everyone was great. Like the kids, they had sniffles for 1 day, and then it was like full on back to normal, which is great. I appreciate that. But then you can't, like, I wasn't going anywhere. We couldn't have people to the house to work, and so things got a little sideways. But all good. Everyone's healthy. That's the best part.
Excellent.
But yeah, I'll be here, tool belt and all.
Nice. Enjoy.
You could have bartered like antibodies for paint. Come
Yeah.
paint, and we'll give you our
I never-
antibodies.
Jamie or I never got infected, and so we were pretty happy about that too. So
No, it's good.
yeah, my housewarming party is coming up soon. Bianca, Mike Bond, Spawn. By the way, thank you. If we haven't ever like really said officially thank you for grabbing dopernotemusic.com and pointing that towards where we do submit the demos. We really appreciate your work on that.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of great people. Bad Monkey, It's Twale, Radio Dave. A lot of people that come by every week. We really appreciate you, and we really appreciate people submitting demos to us and trusting us, knowing that our best interests are that we have your best interests in mind when we talk about things, and when we nitpick. I think Nick, you brought this up, and Lauren also, when we nitpick on like certain spots of things where we feel like if you just like and I think we have enough experience between all of us, certainly, to speak in that way, that we really want to make it like next level or a level up from where it is.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you trusting us and playing it, because, you know, like today we had 1,700 now views, and we were over like 14,000 when we had Nadia in. And, you know, gets out there, and then this is played over and over again, so I don't even know how to track that necessarily.
Yeah, exactly.
So appreciate your trust in what we're doing. And I think
right.
that'll do it, right?
That's it. Yep. Thank you
Cool,
very
cool.
much. One and all.
You guys, yeah, thanks again,
Thank you.
all of you, for doing this, you know, spending your time, you know, every week, and your experience and providing that. And don't forget, hug someone you love. It's never too late to show them how you feel. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, guys. We're gonna raid
Bye,
into
everyone.